Well, here I am in a somewhat picturesque part of the grove. I think it has definitely a different look than it does any other time of the year. And that's, of course, because it's the end of mango season and we are busy trimming all of the trees. Big job. And so, sad thing, mango season's over pretty much. Happy thing is we are already starting on next mango season, and we are also offering plants for shipping. So that is the big thing. We finally have a little time and energy so we can do this. And of course, what we ship are 1-gallon plants. And these plants are bud grafted, which means the graft is pretty darn low. Right here is the rootstock, and there's the new variety, which in this case is St. Maui. Now, we have a fair amount of varieties that we are offering for sale. I think it's 12, and I have my little cheat sheet here. In alphabetical order, what we are offering includes apricot, bolt, Jacqueline, lemonesh, lovely, mandalay, Marco, Maya, Monty, Piva, St. Maui, and Tess Pollock. So lots of really nice varieties. So here are descriptions of the fruit, these different varieties. So apricot is a variety that Walter Zill sort of brought into the open. The original tree is in Delray Beach, and he went and harvested some scions because, of course, people had told him it was the best mango ever, and so he did that, and now we have apricot in many groves, and of course one of those groves is ours. It's a small mango, it's very rich, it has like just a very nice Indian type flavor, somewhat reminiscent of Bombay, and it doesn't have fiber. So that's apricot. All of these are very nice varieties, by the way. Bolt comes next in the alphabet, and that is one of Dr. Richard Campbell's varieties, probably his best known, and it's just crazy popular, and we do have a few of those trees. Jacqueline, large mango, and it's one of those old Florida varieties, very nice flavor. We had a very nice crop this past season, and all the fruit just sold instantly. Lemonesh, of course, is one of our varieties. It originated here at Truly Tropical and is a very nice lemon flavor, doesn't seem to have any disease problems, and it's a later in the season lemon meringue than I think any of the other varieties. Lovely is lovely. Lovely's a nice variety that it used to be known as NCACE, and while that name is catchy, we decided that perhaps lovely was a better description. And that was from a friend of Truly Tropical, Scott, tasted the fruit and his reaction was, "Oh, that's lovely." And I'm like, okay, that's the name. Mandalay is also a wonderful variety, and that is one that Maurice Kong had brought to the U.S. And it's got a nice richness to it, and it also has like a hint of passion fruit to the flavor. Very nice. Another variety is Marco. And Marco, we've had fruit for a few years, but this past season, a lot of people got to taste the fruit and really fell in love with it. It's another one, of course, that occurred here, and it does seem to have some of the flavors of cotton candy, but it goes beyond cotton candy. There's some peach and coconut flavors in it, and as I said, we had wonderful crop this past season, and people just really fell in love with that. Then there's Maya. It's a fairly small mango and originally from Israel, and the fruit is pretty much round and has a red blush. Then we have Monty, and Monty, another one of those varieties that occurred here at Truly Tropical, and it has sort of a mix of Southeast Asian and Indian type mango flavors. It was crazy popular. A lot of the people that, well, there aren't that many people who actually help with sales, but all of those people, they said that was their favorite variety this last season. Okay, the next variety that we have available is Piva, and Piva's got a lot of things going for it. First off, of course, the flavor, and the flavor is very similar to Irwin, and it, the skin has a nice red and red-purple kind of look to it. It seems to be rather productive. The other thing about Piva that's unique is that when some things are grafted onto it, some varieties, not all varieties, it will actually dwarf those varieties. So it's a nice one to grow, and then also a nice one to experiment with if you are into grafting your own trees. We're getting to the very end. We have St. Maui, and St. Maui, crazy popular. The tree can get pretty big because the fruit get pretty big. Very popular fruit. It is from Hawaii originally, and it's smooth, fiberless flesh. It's very complex flavor, very popular. It seems to have a little bit of cherry flavor to it also. And finally, Tess Pollock. And Tess Pollock is a crazy productive variety. We just were amazed at how many mangoes just one tree would produce. It's sort of a cousin to Dwarf Hawaiian. Dwarf Hawaiian is a cross between Julie and Turpentine mango, and Tess Pollock is most likely a cross between Carrie and Turpentine mango. And as you probably know, Carrie is descended from Julie, and so it's a very nice, complex flavor, and as I said, very productive tree. So that's the scoop as far as what we have available for sale right now. You can look at our website, themangoplace.com, and look in the shop. You should see all of these plants listed. Now, we do have limited inventory, but there are some varieties that we might be able to add inventory to. So if you are if you happen to miss out on the variety that you really, really want, just keep checking the shop and it might appear. No promises, but we're doing our best to get as many plants out as possible. So that's the scoop for, buying mango trees now. We have had a little bit of delay because of just being crazy busy, but now we've got time to ship out. One more thing that I should mention is that we will ship the trees on Monday and Tuesday, but not the rest of the week, because we don't want the trees to sit in a warehouse or wherever over the weekend. So Monday and Tuesday will be shipping days. If you are picking up your trees at the farm, no problem. You can just pick them up Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to noon, when we're always open. And if that doesn't work out, just arrange another time with us.